Hello, guys. How are you doing? Today we're back for another extremely exciting live. This time it's going to be myself and Nicholas going over the posts that you have sent in to us. Give us a big hello there, Nicholas.
Hey Ciaran, how we doing, mate? It's another fantastic, busy, crazy day. I hope you had a great weekend, mate. Over this side of the world, no such thing, right? Work, work, work.
Yeah, you know what? To be honest, I did. I had a lovely weekend, mate. I had a, you know what? To be honest, I've been looking at. All right, guys, give us a live here if you're on live with us, and give us a replay here if you're on replay with us. But do you know what? I was looking forward to seeing posts by people in the Facebook group. Okay, guys, if you are going to be posting links, let's put them on the posts that are associated with the topic that we're actually speaking about, or else all those links they get lost. And to be honest, I was asking people, I was going, did you see all those links? Where did those comments go to? So Chester and myself got a bit lost actually looking for them. So if we can do that, then we can guarantee that we understand exactly what it is that you're doing and how we can better serve you guys to make more sales and make more subscriptions. And that's really what today's about, isn't it? Like we talked on Friday briefly about how I would help you go through the posts that you've actually created and also the landing pages, the squeeze pages that you've created as well. And I know we had a few people who said they would actually love to come on live with us and discuss what they're actually doing. So if there's anybody here and they actually want to come on live, just give us a hashtag I want live and we're going to bring you on board. The exciting part about this is as well, because the last day when myself and Nicholas were doing it, there was a lot of excitement about the two of us actually discussing the great things about the post and how we could help them. So that's why it's both Nicholas and myself today doing this for you. So you're going to get the experience of both of our brains looking at your posts and helping you achieve the best from it. So, all right, Nicholas, anything to say there, mate?
No, that's about it, mate. Let's get on with the show. Let's see if we can get a few people on, get a
Right.
few posts up, and see where we go.
Okay, so it doesn't seem to be that there are very many people actually on live at the moment. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go through what we've already got. And then what we'll do is I'll make some recommendations for it. And then Nicholas, if you could do the same thing as well, if you kind of want to add on top of it as well, if there's anything that I missed out or anything like that. So what I'm going to do here, guys, is first off, I'm going to share my screen. Share. And the first thing, what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at our first post, okay? So this is from Leong Se-un. Am I pronouncing that correctly, Nicholas?
Yeah, it's Mr. Leong. Yep, perfect.
Mr.
Good.
Leong. Okay, Mr. Leong, I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for getting this post in. And from the looks of it, I can see already that there is a massive difference between the post that we saw last week and the post that I'm seeing today. So the first thing, let's have a quick look. The first thing that we want to look at when we or what grabs our attention? That's what I got to think about. What grabs our attention first when we're scrolling on social media, and that's going to be the image. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, the thing is, Nicholas the other day he said, great thing is take a screenshot of the landing page and use that as an image, and that is exactly what Mr. Leong has done here. So let's have a look at it. At the very top of it, I like it already. It's very easy. List building mini course. Okay, does what it says on the tin, isn't that it?
That's it.
The next part is now here's where I do something a little bit different. Okay, because the writing element on this, you can do this in Canva yourself. Okay, because the writing element on this is quite small. What I do is I cover over the don't miss out on this free live mini course invitation. You won't see it again. and I'd move the countdown timer into the center. Okay, or I'd increase the size. I'd take one of those elements out. Okay, so I'd either increase the text size and remove the countdown timer, or remove the text and increase the countdown timer size. Okay, so you're just focusing on one of the things instead of the brain going like this. Okay, we're just focusing down, 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 down. And then what I do is, again, you wouldn't need to have the small textual element in here. Okay, so in this special mini course, you will learn about the strategies, free tools, because that in itself should be in this text element here. Okay, so I would just use this section here. All right, and so the image, look, it's a great image. You've obviously gotten better since the last time, and that's absolutely brilliant to see. A few little bits of editing that could take 2-3 minutes tops, and you'll have a really, really strong image then that just stands out and won't strain a person's eyes when they're actually looking at that image. So next off, what we want to do is we want to look at the textual elements. So why should your business consider email marketing? Okay, look, here's what I see straight away is it lacks color, it lacks attention grabbing, and even though you've put it into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, which is good, okay, they're very close together. Okay, yeah. So there's a lot of text altogether. And as we talked about, when there's too much text altogether, it causes confusion. And when the brain gets confused, the brain leaves. It's decides that basically this is too difficult for them to actually go through and leave. So you just watch your brain, catch your brain actually doing it. It's a nice exercise in understanding how to create attention-grabbing content. So what I would do here is I would again separate the lines, and I would utilize the likes of the emojis to actually separate those. Also, down at the bottom here, you've got big 3 lines of text. Okay, you've got another free mini course on how to build your list by the legendary Mr. Simon Leong, a Google insider. Okay, that's grand. Okay, you could even say list building training by Simon Leong. Okay, and then just you could that'd be like a minor title in there. You might give it kind of little emojis as a breakup. And then as a past attendee of this training, I can say he always over delivers. All right, that's brilliant. I love that. That's a nice thing to say as well. It's happening on the 6th of November. Reserve your seat. So what you've missed out on here is you have made some really valid points that people really want to understand. They want to see them, but yet you've tightened them all together, all in one section, which kind of takes away from the message that you're actually saying there. The message is good, it's too clumped together. So I would separate all of those areas in there. But apart from that, apart from those little things, that's from my vision that I can see. Nicholas, do you see anything there?
Yeah, look, the first thing I'd suggest, and you were right about the image, right? The header part of the image, I would always remove countdown timers. And the reason I say that is that visually speaking, that's what grabs your attention first. And if somebody sees a countdown timer, they may think, oh, I've got 9 days. Oh, I've got 5 days. Oh, I've got so many days to respond, right? And so
yeah.
It's not actually, by the time the post goes up and somebody sees it, it could have been a couple of hours. It could have been a day even. So I would remove the countdown timer altogether. I never put countdown timers in images for that reason.
100%, Nicholas. Yeah, good spot, mate.
Yeah. Other than that, I think you were right on the rest of the image. So you can just white it out or make the text bigger. And the way to do that is duplicate your page, do a duplication of the home page, right? And then basically what you do is just remove everything that you don't want, so you can take another screenshot and get the image that you want, all right, so that it's perfect. That way you don't have to bugger around with Canva and try and cut and paste and do whatever. Just make it exactly the way you want your screenshot, take the screenshot, then you can delete the copy afterwards. And that's just the easiest way to do it. As far as the text is concerned, Ciaran, you're spot on. It's too bunched together. Right? The information's great, but it's too bunched together, and a few more icons. At the very least, instead of the 1 to 8, I would use tick marks. So tick, 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 tick. Psychologically, what you're doing is you're saying to people, hey, tick this off your list. You need this. It's almost like saying to them, hey, this is a tick, and so you agree with it, right? And of course, they see the tick, they read it and go, yep, all right. And that's what they do. It's one of these psychological tricks, right? So not just using emojis, but using the right emojis in the right place can have a really, really stunning effect on what happens with your post. But as you said, Ciaran, Mr. Leung, that is such a step up from the last post from you. That is massive. I guarantee you're going to get click-throughs and comments, even the way it is. But I think if you make a few more changes, you're going to get more.
Brilliant, Nicholas. Yeah, 100%. I agree with you, mate. Just hearing you actually say that I got the little shivers and I got the smiles. The reason being is because the difference that people are making in such a short space of time by following a few little tricks.
Yep.
And it just goes to show how much of a difference you can make by actually turning up to these live events, listening to what people have to say, and actually then applying that to their own marketing. It makes the world a difference. So look, Mr. Leung, super happy that you have taken what we've actually said. Now, you also have a landing page, which we'll look at in a few moments, but we're going to go in and we're going to actually start by looking at another Facebook ad, okay? And this time, the Facebook ad is by Chanel. Okay. So, again, do you want to start on this one, Nicholas?
I can't see the text that well of this one. It's a bit small. I don't know if you can use the plus button or shift and control and plus. That's it, and that's better.
There we go. Yep. How's that?
Yeah, that moves it up. Yeah. I mean, again, if I was to start looking at that again, I think the text is quite good, but again, it's too bunched together, right? You need to put spaces between some of the paragraphs. I love the ticks. Again, we just mentioned those, right? I just mentioned those because, again, psychologically, you're looking at that and all you see is positive reinforcement, positive reinforcement, positive reinforcement, right? It makes you want to click on it. One of the things that I don't like so much about it is that the image, although it reflects the page that somebody's going to, and I mentioned this before, right? It's really important that you have it as close as possible. When you've got red text on a black backdrop on a small image, it's really, really hard to read and it strains the eyes. And again, if you give someone an eye strain, you're causing them a psychological strain, and so the mind will switch off, right? They won't read it. Again, you need to be considering not just desktop and laptops, but mobile phones. Think about the size of the image on the mobile phone. It doesn't have to be exactly the same as the page they're going to. Of course, the closer it is, the better, because there's that virtual connection, right? But just be careful with red text on black backgrounds or blue text on green backgrounds. Anything where there's a clash of colors, right? Just be very, very careful about that. Other than that, although I can't read all of the text again, it's these old aging eyes, right? It's when I like the when and where. I really like that because again, that's a standout, right? When it is and where it is. That's critical. It's almost like I know we call them e-invites, right? Because they're electronic invites. But if you remember the old invitations you used to get as a kid to go to parties or whatever, where is it? When is it? And what time is it? Perfect. They are fantastic elements, and I really think they're great being on that page.
Excellent. Yeah, look at Again, look, I agree with what you're saying there, Nicholas. There's some great elements to it, and there are some elements that just need a couple of tweaks inside
Yep.
of there. So for me, what I do is for the image, Shanil, I would, as Nicholas said, okay, the red writing, okay, just delete that out of there, okay, and you see the one that says free live mini course invitation. I would explode that. I'd make that a lot bigger, okay, to
Yep.
grab attention, okay, a grabber. That's what it's called in copywriting. Make a big grabber at the top of that image that goes, all right, that's what this image is about. And then the only other things that I'd have on this page are build your list, generate leads, and maximize email sales. And yes, I'm ready for this, okay. And I would delete the text there, and I would delete this text here as well. I would make everything bigger and just basically that smacks you in the face and says, this is what it is, come in here and press this. Okay, and then on the page you've got that little bit more information because a person has more time to actually spend. They've already made the decision that they're going to actually look into this, and now you tell them the more information that is actually there. Okay, so that's what I do on there, pretty much the exact same as what Nicholas would do. Now, in terms of the textual element, again, I really like your use of the emojis, but again, it's very bunched together. Okay, so try to open up your text, try to shorten your wording as well. Okay, so affiliate marketing fundamentals and how to get started with affiliate marketing. Okay, so maybe changing your words around as well to make it just easier to read. Try not to get a person too tongue-tied in your points, okay? Because you want to make it short and snappy. Boom, 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 boom. Point, 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 point. That's what you need to be thinking about when you're creating these posts, okay? And as Nicholas said, I love the when and where. And then click on the link below to register for your free seat, okay? Perfect. Look at the difference in the posts is just
It's huge, right? It's massive.
it's so huge. Like Nicholas, if we went back, I'm just going to stop sharing for a moment. If we went back and looked at the difference between the posts of last week and the posts of that, and that, like, that is just myself, yourself, Simon, and the rest of the team actually going and communicating with these people, or with not, excuse me, with the group of people here that that here are some things that can actually help you in what you're doing. And so the difference can be like, it can be from getting 5 subscribers onto the thing or 105 subscribers onto the thing or onto your lists. That's the difference that these little tweaks that we're actually talking about make. So it's cool. It's cool to actually see this in action and see people, seeing you guys getting better at what it is that you're actually doing. That's a nice pat on the backs for us there, Nicholas, in terms of that. I love that. So we got another one. We have another one here, and this is from Michael. I cannot pronounce Michael's surname, unfortunately. I'm going to give it a try, Michael. Michael Kazernsky. I think that sounds pretty good. So Michael basically,
it's close enough.
Yeah. So Michael basically has updated this post, and this is what I love. What Michael has done. Michael has taken the learnings from the past, and he hasn't even created new posts. He's just updated the posts that he had on LinkedIn. Okay. So as you can see, 5 days ago. So here's what Michael has done. So he's broken it down. He's done when, where, value, price. Do you know what I do here, Michael? Again, image is grand. Free live mini course, how to build. Okay. What I would do here, Michael, is here's what I'm seeing as somebody on LinkedIn. Okay. I'm seeing that the average person on LinkedIn spends 17 minutes per month on LinkedIn. Okay. And that to me, a percentage of that time will be reading an article. So 5 minutes or 4 minutes could be on reading an article per month. Okay, so that leaves us about 13 minutes. Okay, the rest of the time we'll be checking kind of recruitment stats and maybe putting out an email here and there, etc. Okay, so I'm seeing a very long post that isn't an article. It's a call to action post, really, an informative call to action post. So I'm thinking that you could potentially even shorten what it is you're doing here, taking certain elements of here, just picking the best points out of here, and basically deleting all the rest of it. You can utilize those other points on the pages once they actually get there. Okay, if those points aren't on the page, and if you're using your own landing page, that would be. But I would do that. I would shorten the textual elements in here. I would leave it probably that length. Okay, I'd leave it that length. I might even add in those just to give us a below the scroll. All right, but in that length of text there, what I would do is I would try to add all of the most important elements up here as well. Okay, so one of the things about I'm just going to stop sharing for a moment. One of the things about writing copy and learning how to write good copy for social media, for websites, all of these different things, it's not so much about the words that you actually put in there. It's the words that you can take out of there and still make that effect. Okay, because what you've got to understand is that people are short on time. That's it. We're all time poor. And if you're putting in stuff that some people are just kind of go, well, that's not relevant to me, or I didn't need to know that. That's when they go, well, if they're giving me that on here, potentially what I'm going to get inside is going to be a lot of stuff that I don't really need to know as well. So you've got to learn. You've got to learn to become better at actually taking your content and just going, yeah, no, I don't need that. Yeah, no, I don't need that. Or how do I say that in 3 words instead of 15? So that's the kind of thing that you need to, or you should definitely look at kind of getting better at. Just saying no, no, no. And I think that's the thing with most people, especially when we start out in something, we aim to try and fill every single angle that that a person might come up against, and sometimes that is overkill. So look at shortening those elements. How about yourself, Nicholas? What do you think?
Yeah, look, I try and write almost like I speak, in the sense that sometimes if you want to create an impact, what you need to do is pause. Right? It's called pause for effect. But the other thing that's really, really that I noticed about that post, there's some great information there, but there are too many call to actions. There are too many links in that post, and they're different links, right?
Let me go back on so you can have a look there, Nicholas.
Yeah, just pull the post back up and you'll see that there's different links. Like LinkedIn shortened one link and the other one was, I think it was get groove or something.com, and like too many choices, right? And because there's too many choices, a choice will not be made. That's the other thing, right? Keep it simple. Keep it back to one link. So you got that first one, get your free seat now, and that's been shortened by LinkedIn. That's okay. But when you scroll down, you've got another link and then another link, right? See, that's a different link. And then the one at the bottom is different again. So you're going to confuse people. Like, which link do I click on? And if I click on a different link, because you've also divided it into sections, now not only do I have to make a choice as to which link, I have to make a choice as to which section of the text am I most, do I want to sort of engage with the most? So now I've got to make 3 choices before I can do anything, right? Which means too much, like out of here. This is why things like when you say to someone, if you're going to pick a soft drink, right? Is it Coke or Pepsi? Is it Fanta or lemonade, right? 2 choices. That's it. And even then, some people go, oh, I don't know. So don't give them one choice. This is it. If you don't like it, move on. But if you do, click here. Done.
That's like dropping the microphone there, Nicholas. but it's so true. It's like that is like the confusion element is so important when we do anything. When we do anything in marketing, copywriting, ad writing, whatever it is that you're actually doing, if you confuse the brain, then the brain just goes like this, and leaves. It's so do it when you're writing your text. Actually, before I go into that, when you're doing an ad like that, you should only have one outcome. So what is your KPI for that ad or for that post? And that KPI is to get them to click the link, one singular link. So that's where Nicola said about having the multiple links on there is so important, or is not having the multiple links on there is so important. That's exactly what I meant to say. So, all right. Do we have, guys, in the comments here, do we have anybody else who has their posts that they would love us to go through? Any more? Facebook, LinkedIn, anything like that?
I do notice that there's a comment there from Ming Ru, which is interesting. She says, one link, one post, but what about the hashtag? That is a really good question, right? Because again, it depends on which network you're posting on, right? I'll give you a good example. Facebook recommendation, no more than 5 hashtags. Twitter, no more than 2. Instagram, up to 30, right? So again, it depends on the network, and then it depends on how well you can tie that hashtag in to what's already being said in the post. Don't just dump hashtags in like affiliate marketing, right? Because it's too generic, right? If you're going to write a post that's targeted, and I get this all the time, someone says, well, why would you write something like affiliate marketing in Queensland, Australia? Why? Because I'm trying to target a specific market, right? If I make it too broad, it's like everybody else in the world that's using those keywords, the only people that are going to get success with them are the ones that have got big dollars and are paying to get their posts at the top of the rankings, right? You need to go, instead of being so broad, you need to narrow it down. I'm not suggesting that you do that with the posts on social media, but I'm suggesting you do it with the hashtags that you use on those posts, right? So if you're writing a post about list building, as we've been doing, right? How about hashtag list building in Queensland, Australia? Because then if someone's doing a search for list building in Queensland, right, or in Australia, the chances of your post showing up higher in those social outcomes is huge. It's much more, and I'm sure, Ciaran, you were talking about this before, right, about what they call a long-tailed keyword. What I'm suggesting you do is take the principle of a long-tailed keyword for the title of a post and use that as a hashtag instead, and you'll get a lot better results.
I loved your inclusion of location. I thought it was absolutely fantastic. List building Australia, even, or list building Queensland, Australia. Like, guys, again, when you're going for these broad hashtags like affiliate marketing, the ability for you to actually show at the top of the feed for that kind of hashtag, it is, especially if you haven't built up any kudos on that network. Okay, so you want to be going to to longer tail hashtags, as Nicholas said, and that's where you can find. That's where you can find like so. Here's the funny thing. You'll see hashtag affiliate marketing, and it has like 14 billion hashtags or 14 billion mentions. Okay, and then you'll see a hashtag for affiliate or list building training in Queensland, Australia, and it will have 150 or 250. Okay, now I know there is no comparison in numbers there at all, but the ability of you even getting one person to sign up via the hashtag affiliate marketing versus getting 20 people to sign up via the hashtag list building in Queensland, Australia, you will have a much better opportunity to get people from the hashtag list building Queensland, Australia. So good. So good. Clever. Really good stuff.
And if you can tie that hashtag too into the title of the post, even better, because now I've got 2 ticks, right? As far as the search engines are concerned for that keyword, long tail and hashtag.
Well, that's how it works on YouTube. Like if you're ever creating videos, same kind of thing, guys. If you're creating videos, your title is your main hashtag associated with that, and then the other 2 hashtags are associated with the keyword breakdown of that main hashtag, and that's how you actually rank well for your keywords in YouTube as well. So there's another social channel in there. So yeah, right, brilliant. So we had some awesome things on hashtags there, guys. Anything? Do we have any other posts? No, Nicholas, I don't think we have any other posts there. So how about we look at the pages? How about we look at the actual? Yeah. So I'm just going to share my screen here
and see what the connect is like, right? Because again, it's really important you get that connection square, because most of you have probably done this, right? You've seen a relatively good ad that's inspired you. You've clicked on it, and it's taken you to a page, and the first thing you think is, what the heck is this page about? There's no correlation between the ad and the page, right? And it's the same between the ad and a product. If you're selling a product, you need to have that correlation. So, all right, Ciaran, let's go ahead and let's have a look at this.
So, look, here we go. So we got Mr. Leong, and then we've got our post here, and it goes to this page here.
Boom.
Which is a lovely page.
Yeah, clean. Love it.
I gotta say, I really, Mr. Leong, I really like this page. I think it's very well put together. Only thing I'd say from first glance is what I like is you have the most important information above the fold. So that basically means I don't have to scroll down to find out any information, any extra information about what it is. I can, okay?
Yeah.
I can, and I'll find out some secrets in here. And then when I scroll down, here's the only issue that I'd see in here at the moment is the colors, okay? So it's all blue. If you made those white and had black text, white with black text and white with black text, it would stand out and be easier to consume. Remember, again, if somebody is using their mobile phone, those are just going to, it could all just blend together too easily, okay? So I'd separate them and box them out in a white color with black writing as well. And black writing is easier to read. But reserve my seat. Look, to be honest, I think it's a lovely page. Let's click on it. I love your call to action, your scarcity, your urgency. Yeah, don't miss out on this free live mini course invitation. You won't see this offer again. Love that. Countdown timer is great.
Hi, this is Leong with GrooveAsia.ca, and today I want to invite you to our next free live.
Is that happening in there? Yes, that's happening in there.
Yeah.
But I love that. Yeah. So Nicholas, give us your breakdown on the page.
Yeah, again, I love the page, right? I love the overall view. Everything above the fold is fantastic. It grabs your attention straight away. And as you said, it's very clear and to the point. People know when they leave that ad and come to this page, they're seeing what's on the tin, right? They're expecting to see what's on the tin. And basically now you're saying, well, here is a bigger wrapper, right? Now let's enter the tin, click on one of these buttons, like open the tin, right? Let's get into this tin and see what's inside. And you're making it really easy for them to do so. The only thing that I'd say is, and I know you can't do it in every sense, right? Is that bottom section. It really needs, like secret 1, 2, and 3. I would have that all in black text and the boxes themselves white or yellow. I mean, look at that yellow strip at the bottom, right? Even though the text is smaller, my eye is naturally drawn down there, so I sort of skip over the secrets, right? Like it's almost like, oh, what's down there? Oh, privacy policy and disclaimers and legal stuff. No thanks, right? But unfortunately, what you're doing is getting them to focus on that stuff, and you really want them to focus on what are the secrets. What are you going to miss if you don't show up, right? Yeah. Other than that, it's a great page.
It is. It's lovely. I love your use of colors. I'm just wondering, how do I stop this share here? Just wondering if Mr. Leung is on live, where did he learn how to create pages like this? Was that from Nicholas?
I hesitate to guess that I have a few pages out there that look almost identical to those. Not quite, but they're taking
model greatness. That's what they're going to do.
They're taking elements and they're recreating them, and that's fantastic. I love it because I can see what they're doing, and the fact that they're able to take those concepts and then recreate them themselves means they're actually really starting to get a grip on the builder. And once you get a grip on that builder, the sky's the limit, right? In fact, forget the sky, forget the stars. Heaven's doors will open, right? You can go as far as you want, and I love it. I love seeing people take on that effect with the builder, right?
As Mr. Leung said in the comments here, he did say copy from Nicholas McIntosh. So look, that's the way you got to do it. And the best thing about that is that style. You're getting the base foundations of that style, and then you're going to be able to adapt it with your own personality. And that's what it is, till everything becomes unique to you. It's a lovely way of doing things. I think, Tony Robbins talks about modeling all the time, modeling greatness, standing on the shoulders of giants, actually looking at what they're doing and then modeling that in your own life, and then it becoming part of who you actually are. So really good. I love that page. Absolutely love that page. Let's have a look now. Let's go to Chenille. So I'm going to share my screen again. Okay, so where are we going in here? This stands out well. Again, here's what I do, Chenille. I would have that as much bigger.
Yeah.
Okay, big grabber at the top of the page. Okay, it says free live mini course invitation. So the person who goes to that page knows exactly what they're getting on this page. To be honest, I love its simplicity. I love the fact. I love how your text goes down like an arrow to the box. So it's almost like you're pointing the people with the way that you've laid out your text down to the box. I think that's absolutely fantastic. I think it's extremely well. If you didn't mean to do that, just pretend you did, because it's brilliant. But again, I'd make the attention. Attention. Do you want to skyrocket your profits? The red on the black doesn't actually look too bad there.
No, because it's larger. Because it's larger. The problem is when you go a bit smaller, it gets harder to read, right?
That's what I'm looking at here.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can see it does get harder to read. So maybe, do you know what you could do with something like that? You could put a background on it. You could, like you've got there with the free mini course invitation, you could put a background on there, or you could change the color of it depending on what it actually is. And for your attention, I'd make it stand out more. I'd make it meaty. I'd make it bold, and you could even underline it as well. Okay, but I love your build your list, generate leads, and maximize email marketing to make more affiliate sales. Okay, again, does exactly what it says on the tin. This Google Insider will hold your hand and take you step by step through the process of building your list to make more affiliate sales.
This template, I think, this was one we gave away the other week, and I think as much as I'd like to think I made this one, I didn't. This one came from Wall, so Wall did a great job of this. But again, right, these are templates, and I think what we try and do is try and give you some different elements and different stylings, so you can see how you can not only style the text, but how you can use different elements with different colors for different effects. That doesn't mean we think that you should publish them that way, right? One of the things here to take into consideration is this. On a small page like this, you shouldn't be using more than 2 colors, right? 2 colors. When the page gets a little bit longer, then you can start using 3 colors. So stuff that goes beyond the fold, then you can start adapting a different color sequence, right? But you never want to use more than about 2 to 3 colors on a sales page anyway, because again, there's this attitude of too many choices. What do I read first? You don't want to distract the eye or the brain in so many different ways that, again, it won't make a choice, right? Now, I saw a page actually the other day from George, our affiliate George in Japan, right? And he sent me a link and he said, can you have a look at this? And I gave him a couple of ideas. And when I went back and had a look at the changes he made, I went, wow, because what he'd done, right, is on the page, see where the arrow is on this page, Ciaran?
What he, right here, yeah.
Yeah, what he did was he clicked on it and he animated it. He animated the arrow. So as soon as you get to the page, forget all the text above. The first thing it does is bring you straight to the yes, I'm ready for this. It's like, boom, like you're drawn straight to the button, right? And then you sort of go back up and read, oh, list building. Yep, I'm ready for this. It keeps drawing your eye back down there, right? But he only used 2 colors on that page. And it's just fantastic.
Have you got that page? Could George share that page with us? So that would be great, Nicholas, to be able to see that. So we'd have a working example of it.
Yeah, I'll see if I can find it. That's if he hasn't changed it again since we last spoke. Let me see.
I think we have George in the comments here. George, do you have that page? Do you have the URL to that page?
I'll see if I can find it. Oh, here we go.
Hi, Tac Tac. How you doing?
Let's see if I can get this page up. If he hasn't changed it, as I said, let's have a look. Oh, he's changed it slightly, but I can bring it up if you want me to do a screen share.
Yeah, can you share the screen?
Yeah, let me do this. Turn my camera off. Let me try a screen share. Share the
Ming Ru, we're going to show George's work right now.
Right, so here you go. This one's got 3 colors, and it's okay because there's a below the fold, right? But watch this. When you come down, how do you miss that? You cannot miss that. It's just blatantly obvious. Hey, click here. And yeah, the other thing that I liked about this was there was a bit of a psychological game. It says, find the green button above and register before time runs out. Green button. Where? No green button. Where's the green button? So it's almost like a little game, right? Now people are staying on the page for longer, which is always good for SEO, as we know, Ciaran, right? The longer they stay on a page. And yet, watch this. When you finally find the button, it goes green. It's like, it's a go. go.
George, I like that.
Click
I
this
like that.
button. This is fantastic. This is psychology 101, right? Find the green button. Let's have a bit of fun with it. Hey, it's really over here. There's an arrow blinking. Try this button, and then it goes green for go. Green, go. Let's go. Click the button. It's fantastic. I love it. It's a brilliant page.
Can you scroll up to the top of the page?
Yep.
All right.
So the only thing I would have done different up here probably is change this yellow or this orange, right, to one of the other colors on the page, maybe the pink or the green, maybe.
Yeah, look, what I do is if you could have shortened the thing at the countdown timer at the start, because you want to be having that button in the above the fold. Okay, that is super important. So if you could bring everything up a little bit and have that button, even if it's just above the fold, so that they can actually see it. Okay, so then they know, boom, the button's actually there. But apart from that, a great adaptation of the page that is actually there. One of the things that potentially you might also use, and I'm sure, Nicholas, you'll be able to give me clarification on this. You see the lines when you go from a single line to a second line. Do you want to skyrocket your profits by printing money on demand? Okay, so potentially you can make the line gap smaller. Does that make sense? Can you do that inside of Groove, Nicholas?
Yeah, between the word skyrocket and the word money, you mean, like pull it up? Yeah, you can.
Pull that. Yeah. So the thing is that because if you're trying to keep the wording that you actually use, sometimes the big gap within there can look a little bit like the not fulfilling design aesthetic that people expect from professional pages. So if you can bring those things tighter together, they work a lot better. So that's all I'd say. Apart from that, an absolutely fantastic page. Do we have?
I wish I'd thought of this. Right, this is just like it's a bit of child's play, right? It's a bit of fun, and then of course when you see something like this that engenders that fun and that engagement, it's like, I want in on this, right? You can't help yourself but want to investigate it further. And that's exactly what these pages are designed to do. So great job, George. A couple of little tips.
How about George's Facebook post? George, potentially you might have a Facebook post that you have actually going to here.
I hope he does. It's a fantastic page.
If you have it, it'd be awesome. Do we have any more in our comments, guys?
Stop sharing. I'll bring it back to us. Yep.
Chanel.
Yeah, brilliant work. He's going to add. Chanel said he's going to add the green button to my page as well. It doesn't necessarily have to be green, everyone, right? Just make sure whatever colors it is that it fits in with the page colors, right? The overall aesthetic of the page, right? Don't just dump a green button because it worked on George's page, right? Think about what you're doing, right?
That's it. You know, it's very similar to what we said about the social media posts. You know, actually spend a bit of time, look at them. Does it look good to you, or can you actually make it better? And once, like, that's really what this is about. You've got to look at lots of pages that are really good. You know, the more of those pages that you actually look at, the better an idea you'll understand what is really good within that niche or within that sphere of marketing. And then your marketing in turn will get better. It's like, it doesn't just come overnight. And so look, absolutely brilliant stuff we've had today. Nicholas, tell me here, question for you. When do we stop registration for the free masterclass?
right up until the doors open, right? That's my suggestion, right up until the last minute. And so we're opening the doors on Saturday. Of course, you can see from, let me just check. I mean, mate, those that have the countdown timers, I'll tell you, like 5 days, 17 hours, 13 minutes, right? Just remember, though, if you have a countdown timer on your page, make sure you set the countdown timer to redirect to your affiliate link and not the sign-up page, because the sign-up page will be locked, right? Oh, Char's just put up a link there to a post as well. She wants some comments and feedback, so we should give her some. Let's check it out. But yeah, right up till the last minute, right? You ever seen there was an Australian guy called Stephen Bradbury, right? A few Olympics back. He was at the back of the pack, right? At the back of the pack on the ice rink for the ice. And there's a common terminology. Well, it is in Australia now. Oh, he did a Bradbury, right? This guy literally was at the back of the pack and he was so far behind. But what happened was, right near the finish line, everybody else fell over. And he just cruised right through for the gold medal, right? So never give up. It doesn't matter if you're at the back of the pack. Just keep going, right? Cruise all the way till the end. That's what I say. Just keep going.
Keep going, 100%. Like, I'm sure when you started out in this industry, you had, well, I would imagine I did anyway. I had a massive amount of failures when I started out in the industry. For years, I couldn't get it right. So to see you guys doing this after such a short amount of time, I'm kind of like going, well, because they're doing awesome. Can you look at? I can't open Santiago's post there, Nicholas.
No, let me see if I can get it. Open in a new tab. Okay. Copy. I had to copy the link. Let's see if I can open the new window.
Yeah, I copied it, but it came to a group that I like, not a post.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting too. It's like it's interesting. It's like a header on a Facebook page.
Ja, if you can, in the comments, can you tell us what exactly you were trying to send to us? Were you sending us a Facebook group, or were you sending us to a post? So expat mums entrepreneurs, expat mums entrepreneurs. All right. And so this is Santiago. Okay. So here, Nicholas, have we got a breakdown of who might be winning in terms of subscriptions for the free masterclass, or have we released that yet? I know I saw a lovely post we did the other day.
Yeah, no, we haven't released that yet. And of course, the one we did release was sort of, just for the insiders to see what was going on from last month, right? But as we said, now is the important time, right? Because from the 1st of November to the 30th of November, we're going to be running another competition, right? Who gets the most free signups, right? And obviously getting people into a list building class like this is going to help with the signups, right? Because they want to get into the platform and see how we build everything and use all the freebies that we give away during the class, right? The free templates and the free information. And they're going to go, well, I'm going to need a copy of Groove to be able to use these templates, right? So they're going to sign up. There's no question. They're going to follow through on that. So between the 1st and the 30th, we're going to be running another competition to see who gets the most free signups. They don't even have to upgrade, right? Just free signups. And if you get them this month in November, we're going to be putting out digital badges that you can literally take and post on social media, so that for the whole month of December, because we give them out at the end of November, the whole month of December, people can click on the badge and it will take them to a website that will say #1 affiliate verified by GrooveAsia, right? So it'll be a verified badge. That's just going to give you so much more kudos in the market when you're putting out posts after that and you put your little badge underneath it. People are going to go, well, this person knows what they're doing. They're the #1 affiliate. They're the #2 affiliate, right? So, yeah, get onto it. It's exciting. Yeah. But you only keep it for 30 days, right? If you don't keep it up the next month, someone else is going to take your badge and we're going to give it to somebody else, right? So keep it a healthy competition.
What I had, so I really loved the idea of the list building competition, and there has to be a prize, obviously, to the list building competition, and obviously the badges in terms of them are. But the leader or the winner of it as well, I'm going to give a free strategy session with as well. So we'll look at what you're, this is for my paid clients normally. So we'll go through where you are and we'll go through where it is that you want to be by the end of the month or the end of the year or whatever it actually is. And we'll break down the steps that you actually need to take to do it. And then you're just going to apply that. So the person who wins the next month's list building will get that. So I've got to work out the specifics with the team over at Groove, but that's a super exciting prize because you will have the ability to pick my brain on what it is, the things that are really, really holding you back and when you want to go forward. So there's a prize, Nicholas, for it.
Yeah, so it's not just badges, it's actual one-on-one with Ciaran, right? So that is absolute gold. Absolute gold. And it really is for the #1 affiliate, right? So the gold affiliate gets the gold rewards. That's how it works. So you get the badge and the flowers.
If it goes well, then that could be, if it goes well in November to December, then that could be something that we continue to do moving on into the future as well. So, and remember, just because you don't win it one month doesn't mean that you can't win it the next month or the month after. And all of these trainings that myself, Simon, Nicholas, John, Dylan, Chester, everybody, Wale, all of these trainings, these are going to help you get better at what this is, selling affiliate products. And if you miss them, there are the replays. But if you decide that you don't want to watch them because, oh, well, you know what, I've got too many other things to do. I want to watch Netflix or Squid Games or something like that. Well, then you miss out on the ability to take the knowledge that we have spent a very, very long time, 15 years for me. Nicholas is over 20 years. Simon is like 20 something years. All of this amount of time that we've actually put in to digital marketing, to becoming experts in our field. If you decide that Squid Games is more important, well, then you miss out on the things that the other people within the community are taking on board. But that being said, I just want to say one thing. We understand that sometimes you can't watch them, okay? But the sharing of information within the community is so important. Okay, so if you're learning things on the posts or on the videos, write in the comments about, oh God, I was so excited learning this, okay? Or I didn't realize this. And what you're then doing is you're kind of like, you're becoming part of a community. You're helping each other to become better at what this really is. And like this Groove is a community. We're all here to help each other become better at what it is that we want to become. So that's just a couple of words on responsibility for yourselves within the community. Your thoughts, Nicholas?
I was going to say, take the time too when you write your comments, right? Write them as though you were writing a post. It's good practice, right? Write it like you write these posts that Ciaran and I are talking about. So break up the comment, right? Put the little emojis in there, like do all of that. And what you'll do is you'll find out how, again, in those comments that you're writing, how to do what Ciaran was saying before and really get good at precisely putting down what it is you want to say, right? And so it's a win-win, because the more you do that in comments, the better your copywriting will be for your ads and your sales pages. So don't just go done or thanks. That's no good. That doesn't tell anybody. It doesn't even tell us. Like, thanks. Well, for what? What did you learn? Did you apply it? What were the results? How did it go? How did it help somebody else? So express that in the comments. Because I don't know about you, but when I see a post that's got lots of done, thanks, that, I just move on. But when I see a post that's got comments that are like yay long, like a paragraph after paragraph, I start going, okay, who is this person that posted the original post? What do they do? How are they engaged? Who are they engaged with? And that's important for you, right? Because as you all know, you do not have to be the experts on it all. You've just got to point people to those who will do it for you, like Simon, right? Like John, like myself, like Ciaran, even Chester, right? There's a whole, Dylan, right? There's a whole heap of us that can do stuff for you. So learn to put in really good comments, because it's beneficial for you to have our social media profiles being raised up and up and up in the search engines, because when someone goes looking for GrooveAsia, they're going to find your posts. So it's really important. Take the time to put in really good comments, and you'll learn from it.
Another thing that you may not realize, guys, is that, you know, Facebook has a number of different emoticons associated with kind of likes. So you got your like, your love, your wows, your angry face, and your caring, okay? If you utilize different ones like the hearts, the wows, even the angry faces, those emoticons actually have actually, how would I call it? They can help your post be seen by more people. A common thumb is actually seen as a common thumb. That's it. A heart is seen as more emotional, means that post, God, you know, people love this post. The caring one is kind of like, oh, God, I'm really happy to be part of this. The angry one, that gets a hell of a lot of attention. Like, so it really does. Putting that angry emoticon on something gets a lot of attention, positive and negative. So be aware of those things. Look, if you do love it, give us a love or give us a heart. You know, I know it's too easy to just press the thumb, but we'd appreciate it. And what will happen is more people in the community will be able to see the posts, and more people will be able to learn, and the community becomes stronger. So just a note on those things. If you can, if you've got an extra half a second to press the heart one or the care one, that would be awesome. We'd appreciate it anyway.
And if you miss the original, like the live, like this is live, right? If you're watching this on a replay, use the angry man. You know why? Because you should be damn angry you missed the original, because now you're a couple of hours behind everybody else. Bugger it, I'm behind everybody else. I'm angry, right? So you can turn the anger into something positive as well, right? But here's a little inside secret when it comes to posts, right? Even your own posts, when it comes to using all of those little M-joys, you realize, and you may or may not, but you go and do some research on Facebook on their analytics, right? And they will tell you this. They will tell you clear as day, a post with 2 lines of text is equal to 100 different people hitting the like button. So one person.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
One person with 2 lines of text is equal to 100 thumbs up. So what would you rather have? 100 thumbs up or 100 people writing 2 lines of text? Can you imagine what that would do to your post, right?
Excellent. Well, look, there's something that we all should know. Okay,
Yeah.
and if your comment shows up, like people are going to look at more effort that you put into your comments, are going to read them, and potentially they then become your followers. Hey, look, I'm excited. Look, we've got an absolutely awesome week ahead of us, and then at the weekend, we're myself, Nicholas, and Simon. Well, we're going to be sharing like awesome stuff. Like I'm super excited about
Yep.
that. So yeah, and then well, and then we've got the following month coming up where it's going to be a serious competition. Well, not a serious, a fun competition where we
Yeah,
take
it's a bit
all
of
of the
fun.
learning that we've been learning through the weeks and also at the weekend. So look, if you don't have it, make sure you get yourself a notepad. Okay, get yourself a fresh notepad, get yourself a nice new pen, and take notes. Okay, and write down things. And look, I'm super excited because I'm not going to be. I don't think we're going to be doing any more lives during the week, are we, Nicholas? Well, I know I'm
Uh,
not. Anyway.
I don't believe we've got a fair few scheduled events on for different groups for different
Yeah,
leaders and
yeah.
whatever. But that's in the lead up to the weekend, right? To make sure that we've got all the tech in place and we've got everything done, all the freebies and giveaways are done. Because I tell you what, I'm pretty blooming excited about some of these giveaways for the weekend, mate. I've been having a look at what some of the team has been doing, right? The GrooveAsia team, like our VAs and, of course, Simon and John working in the background, getting all this stuff together. And, of course, I get a sneak peek of some of it, and it's like
You do, Tack.
absolutely – it's mind-blowing. All I can say to people is I want you to think about the Groove magazine, right? Do you remember the Groove magazine? Did you ever see a copy of the Groove magazine? All I can suggest to you is imagine the Groove magazine being in a digital copy created by GrooveAsia, specifically by Simon and the VA team, right? But a digital copy of a magazine of that quality that you can give away. Full rights to give it away. Like, it's crazy. Simon's lost his mind because I started reading through this and it's just like page after page of golden nuggets. And seriously, it looks fantastic, but there's a lot more coming. So keep promoting, keep doing those posts and keep getting them out there. Like Ciaran's been helping you for the last couple of weeks, but just keep doing it, guys. You're doing a fantastic job. And you ladies are doing just as well. Let's see who's going to win. That's going to be interesting because we had a lady at the top of the chart for October. Let's see who's going to win again. Is it going to be one of the guys in the team? I got a feeling it's going to be another one of the women, right? Because they work damn hard. I can tell you, they're working really hard.
Awesome. Look, hey guys, Nicholas, I need a coffee. Guys, I hope you enjoyed today. I had an absolutely fantastic time going through the posts. And thanks so much, everybody who actually sent their posts in, because that's really important. Not only have you helped yourselves, but you've also helped the rest of the group as well. And that's what this is about. So until Saturday, from me, you'll probably talk to Nicholas before then, but I'll see you all on Saturday. Nicholas?
Yep. Well, in my case, it's nighttime here. So I'm going to say it's good night from me and it's good night from him. And good night.
Over that way. Bye, guys.